Mabuhay! I'm Regine Disilos, and today we will be talking about the cruise and ship industry in the Philippines. We'll explore what the cruise industry is all about, how it works around the world, and the different types of cruise ships. We'll also look at how this industry connects to tourism in our country and why it's important for both travelers and our economy. Let's set sail and start our journey into the world of cruises. So let's start with the definition of the cruise industry. The cruise industry is a segment of the tourism sector that involves passenger ships offering leisure voyages with onboard accommodations and entertainment. In simpler terms, it's about traveling for pleasure while enjoying facilities like restaurants, pools, and entertainment shows, all while moving from one destination to another. Now, you might be wondering, how is a cruise different from a ferry? A cruise is mainly for leisure and tourism, designed for comfort and entertainment. While a ferry, on the other hand, is for transportations between islands. It's more about getting you from point A to B. On a global scale, the cruise industry is dominated by a few big names. Some of the top cruise lines include Royal Caribbean International, Norwegian Cruise Line, Carnival Cruise Line, and Disney Cruise Line. When it comes to trends, the industry is moving towards luxury and expedition cruising for unique and high-end experiences, sustainable ships that are more eco-friendly, and local itineraries to explore more destinations in one trip. So if you look at the chart here, a sample chart, you can see the market share of each major cruise company with Carnival corporations leading the pack. So ships can be classified in two main ways, by size and by purpose. So by size, mega ships like Wonder of the Seas, which can carry thousands of passengers. Mid-size ships, which are smaller but still offer a lot of facilities. Small ships, often boutique or expedition vessels, for a more intimate and specialized experience. So by purpose, luxury cruises for premium service and comfort, family cruises with activities for all ages, adventure cruises for more active and unique destinations, and lastly, which travel along rivers instead of open seas.
Cruise ships offers a wide range of facilities designed to entertain, relax, and cater to the diverse needs of the passengers. With amenities designed for relaxation, adventure, and family fun, cruise ships provide everything needed for an all-in-one travel experiences at the sea. The facilities included in the cruise ships are staterooms, public spaces, private spaces, clinics, and gift shops. On the other hand, outside staterooms, or also known as the ocean view rooms, features a window or porthole that allows natural lights in and offers scenic views of the sea. On the cruise ships, staterooms are the passengers' accommodation, and they generally fall into three main categories: inside, outside, and suites. Inside staterooms are located in the interior of the ships and do not have windows, making them the most budget-friendly options while still offering comfortable amenities such as beds, private bathrooms, and storage space. And lastly, suites are the most spacious and luxurious options for the customers, often including private balcony, separate living and sleeping areas, upgraded furnishing, and exclusive perks such as priority boarding or concierge services. On the cruise ships, public spaces are designed to keep guests entertained, relaxed, and active throughout their journey. Cruise ships may also have showrooms for art auctions, photo galleries, and other special events. sometimes called promenades, that features brand name stores, duty-free shops, and luxury boutiques. Entertainment showrooms are designed for various performances, including Broadway-style musical, original productions, acrobatics, ice skating, and many more performances. Cruise ships commonly feature showrooms, which can include spaces for retail, entertainment, and other experiences. These showrooms may be a part of a larger shopping area, or they may be a standalone venue for specific events or performances. Pools are often the center of the outdoor fun, with some ships featuring water slides, splash zones, and hot tubs for both adults and families. Most ships have a main pool area, sometimes with a secondary pool at the stern, and some offer indoor or retractable roof pools for various weather conditions. Casinos bring a lively, Vegas-like atmospheres to the ship, with slot machines, card tables, and other games of chance for those feeling lucky. Most large cruise ships, but not all, have casinos on board. These casinos typically operate only when the ship is in international waters, meaning they are closed when the ship is in port. Cruise ships generally have gyms or fitness centers on board, typically included as part of the spa complex and free to use for passengers. These facilities usually offer a variety of cardio machines, weight machines, free weights, and often space for group classes. Some classes like yoga, Pilates, or swimming may have an additional fee. Cruise ships commonly feature onboard spas, offering a range of treatments and relaxation facilities. This spa can vary in sizes and amenities, from small treatment rooms to expensive wellness centers with thermal suites. Many lines offer dedicated spa cabins or suites with direct access to spa facilities and special amenities. And the types of spas in the cruise ships are full-service spa, smaller spa, and specialized spa.
So on a cruise, private spaces are exclusive areas reserved for certain guests, offering more privacy and comfort away from the busy public decks. These can include your own stateroom or suite, exclusive lounges, private sun decks or pools, specialty dining rooms, and VIP embarkation areas. Some require booking a higher tier cabin or purchasing access, while others can be reserved for personal use like cabanas or private dining rooms. They provide a quieter, more personalized experience compared to the ship's shared spaces. On a cruise ship, the clinic or medical center is a small onboard facility staffed with doctors and nurses to handle passenger health needs. It can treat common illnesses, minor injuries, and seasickness, as well as provide emergency care until a passenger can be transferred to a land-based hospital if necessary. Services are usually available 24/7, but medical visits and treatments often come with an extra cost unless covered by travel insurance. Gift shops on a cruise are retail stores selling items like souvenirs, branded merchandise, clothing, jewelry, cosmetics, snacks, and travel essentials. They also often feature duty-free goods such as alcohol, perfume, and luxury accessories, which are sold at lower prices because they're offered in international waters. Shops usually open only when the ship is at sea due to port regulations. A country made up of 7,641 islands, such as the Philippines, ferries are a vital mode of transportation since many areas can't be reached by road or air alone. People, goods, and vehicles often travel between islands using ferry services Examples of major ferry operators include Super Ferry, Cebu Ferries, Montenegro Lines, and To-Go Travel, which connect the different islands with varying routes and vessel sizes. The busiest ferry hubs or main ports are found in Manila, Cebu, Davao, and Zamboanga, serving as key getaways for both passengers and cargo across the archipelago. The country's main ports, Manila, Cebu, Davao, and Zamboanga, serves as primary connection points where goods and travelers transfer between ships and onward transportation. Without this ferry network, much of the Philippines would be isolated, making it crucial for commerce tourism and daily life. Without ferries, many Philippine communities would be isolated from economic opportunities, essential goods, and healthcare access. This maritime network is as important to the countries as highway or to landlocked nations. It is, in essence, the backbone of inter-island connectivity in the Philippines.
These are the emerging cruise destinations here in the Philippines. First one is Palawan, specifically in Coron and El Nido. Coron boasts world-class wreck diving, pristine reefs, iconic lagoons like Kayangan and Twin, and acclaimed marine parks such as Siete Pecados. The port has been upgraded to welcome cruise ships smoothly according to Business Mirror. Also, El Nido offers dramatic limestone karsts, crystal clear lagoons, and easy island hopping that is perfect for immersive nature cruises. Next is Boracay, famous for its powder white beaches and vibrant nightlife. Boracay has long been a top resort destination. In one of the articles of Philstar, it was mentioned that Boracay is now acquiring a dedicated cruise terminal, making it an ideal brief but luxurious stop on cruise itineraries. And then there's Bohol, home to iconic features like the Chocolate Hills and UNESCO-listed Baroque churches. Bohol offers rich cultural heritage and landscapes, and its growing dive scene, especially around Panglao, and improved port facilities like Tubigon that supports environmental tourism via cruise arrivals. Next is regional heritage tourism. Beyond the usual hotspots, the Philippines is elevating heritage-rich regions, leveraging historical and cultural uniqueness to diversify cruise itineraries that promotes immersive, culture-first experiences. And lastly, Siargao. Siargao has surf vibes and island life. It is also known as the surfing capital of the Philippines. Siargao is developing a new cruise terminal in Dapa, set to start operations by mid-2025 according to Philippine news agency Business Mirror. Recent cruise ships visits have already showcased its potential for blending beach relaxation, surf culture, and island charm as per Philippine news agency. Next is the impacts of cruise lines in the economic of the Philippines. First is boost the tourism revenue. Cruise passengers spend money on local tours, food, transportations, and souvenirs when they dock. Of course, injecting fresh income into communities. A 2017 strategy even estimated that a single cruise ship with 2,000 passengers docking in Manila could generate around $250 in tourism receipts. Next is promote port development and infrastructure. The government, through the Philippine Ports Authority or PPA, is building and improving dedicated cruise terminals in places like Bohol, Siargao, Coron, Boracay, and Legazpi. With projects totaling hundreds of millions of pesos, these investments not only make cruising more feasible but also uplift local port facilities. Next is it generates also local employment. Cruise tourism creates direct jobs like port staff, guides, drivers, and indirect ones such as souvenir sellers, food vendors, and tour operators. It also empowers MSMEs and local vendors. Small local businesses from artisans to refreshment stands benefit significantly when cruise passengers arrive. In the Ilocos region, vendors historically sell out of their goods during cruise visits. These destinations are emerging due to a powerful blend of infrastructure developments such as new terminals across multiple islands and unmatched tourism assets, pristine nature, cultural heritage, surf culture, and resort luxury. Together, they are transforming the Philippines into a diverse, cruise-friendly archipelago. The cruise industry in the Philippines is growing, but it encounters several major hurdles such as poor port infrastructure. Many ports lack world-class cruise terminals with insufficient berthing space, outdated facilities, and inefficient immigration systems. These limitations hinder cruise line operations and tourism growth. The next is the unpredictable weather, like typhoons. The Philippines is one of the most typhoon-prone countries in the world, with up to 20 tropical cyclones entering its monitored area annually. Typhoons frequently force port closures and strand ships, disrupting schedules and risking safety. In 2020, Manila Bay cruise ships had to leave harbor when Typhoon Bongfong, or locally known as Bagyong Ambo, closed it down. Before the COVID-19 happens, cruise tourism brought thousands of visitors to the Philippines, spending an average of 5,000 each per port visit. With over 213,000 passengers that year, this injected more than 1 billion pesos into the economy. Subic Bay alone earned 132 million from 15 cruise ships calls, showing how ports and nearby communities benefit through tours, food, transport, and souvenirs. The next is security and safety concerns. While incidents are now rare, cruise ships must still navigate piracy-prone waters like the Sulu-Celebes Sea. Precautionary measures such as dimming lights and closing decks are taken even without active threats. The next is the lack of skilled maritime labor. The country faces a shortage of qualified seafarers and experienced maritime trainers. Institutions struggles to meet the international standards, and some programs have been shut down due to non-compliance. And lastly, the environmental pressures. Cruise ships generate significant pollution, heavy fuel consumption, greenhouse gases, and direct discharge of sewage into the ocean. This poses risks to the marine ecosystem that raises concerns about sustainability.
Environmental consideration encompass the impact of human activities and their related products, services, or projects on the natural world. These are the some issues in environment. Waste disposal issues at sea, carbon emission from fuel, coral reef damage from anchoring, and these are the sustainable practices: LNG-powered cruise ship, shore power, plug-in instead of running engine at port. Government initiative and partnership. The Department of Transportation or DOT and the Philippine Coast Guard or PCG are collaborating to improve port facilities and maritime operation in the Philippines. These include initiatives like expanding existing port, enhancing maritime safety and security, and strengthening interagency coordination. These are the partnership with CLIA, Cruise Line International Association, and the other one is local LGUs, for example in Palawan. And this quote is from National Tourism Development Plan or NTDP from in 2023 to 2028. Cruise Tourism Development Strategy.
Royal Caribbean made a historic visit to both Manila and Subic Bay, marking significant milestones in the Philippines cruise tourism. In June 2018, the Aviation of the Seas, one of the world's largest cruise ships, docked at Subic Bay, Freeport, and Manila North Harbor on back-to-back days. This double maiden call was a first of the country and brought over 4,600 passengers and 2,500 crew members. In Subic, passengers explored local attractions such as La Casas Filipinas de Cozar and the Ocean Adventure, while in Manila, they enjoyed cultural tours around Intramuros and a scenic view trips in Tagaytay. Years later, in March 2024, Royal Caribbean returned with the Serenade of the Seas, igniting Subic cruise tourism after a pandemic-induced pause. This visit highlighted the Philippines' growing appeal as a cruise destination and strengthened its position on the global cruise map. The next one is MV World Odyssey. The MV Spectrum of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's Quantum Ultra Class mega ship and the largest cruise vessel operating in Asia at the time, made a notable impact on Subic-based cruise tourism when it dropped anchored there for first time in late December 2019, carrying nearly 5,000 international passengers. Passengers disembarked at Alaba Wharf and were whisked off by more than 20 buses to explore Subic attractions and neighboring areas. In early January 2020, Spectrum returned for a second visit, signaling a ramp-up in Subic cruise activity. Officials thought this a milestone in the second phase of the port's burgeoning cruise tourism program. Earlier that same month, the ship also made a brief port stop at Manila South Harbor, though solely for fueling, with no passengers or crew disembarked during that visit. Next is Silver Sea Cruises, Exclusive Island Celebration 2023. In February 2023, Silver Sea's vessel Silver Shadow hosted a uniquely immersive event on Kalangaman Island, nestled between Cebu and Leyte. The cruise line leased the entire island for around 300 guests aboard the Southside Story World Cruise 2022. This two-year planned extravaganza featured traditional music and dance, Filipino delicacies during a merienda or afternoon tea, beachside relaxation with hammocks and complimentary massages, followed by multi-courses dinner under the stars and a vibrant cultural performance by over 500 locals from Eastern Visayas. Silver Sea Cruises has not only visited the Philippines, but has crafted both extraordinary local experience like the exclusive Kalangaman Island events and regular call port itineraries. They offer luxury voyagers unforgettable encounters with Philippine culture, nature, and urban exploration. Silver Sea had planned itineraries featuring Philippine ports for 2024 and 2025. Silver Sea has also included multiple Philippine destinations in its upcoming or recent cruise itineraries. The first one is Silver Dawn, last December 2024 to January 2025. On a voyage from Singapore to Hong Kong, makes calls at Puerto Princesa, Palawan, Coron, Manila, Subic Bay, and Salamague Port in the Philippines. The second one is Silver Whisper on 11th night, Taiwan and Philippine cruise, departing January 21, 2025. It is a round trip from Hong Kong, includes Manila, Coron, Salamague ports among stops. On the 29th, Silver Whisper voyage from Tokyo to Singapore in April 2025. The itinerary features from Long Island, Manila, Coron, Puerto Princesa, Palawan in the Philippines. The last features Silver Muse itineraries, early 2027, Hong Kong to Singapore cruises, also planned for stops in Manila, Coron, Puerto Princesa, among other Southeast Asian ports. And lastly, the Superstar Virgo made cruise history by becoming the first international cruise ship to use the Manila as a home port, offering unprecedented accessibility for Filipino travelers. From March to May 2017, it launched 6 days and 5 nights, Jewels of the South China Sea, cruises departing from Manila North Harbor with port calls at Lawag, Ilocos Norte, Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. The inauguration was a grand affair. Tourism Secretary Wanda Teo and Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea led the ceremonies and welcoming both locals and international guests aboard. Star Cruises President Ang Mo Lim expresses pride in offering Filipinos a visa-free on board. guests were treated to a true floating resorts experience, with 935 cabins accommodating up to 2,400 passengers, surrounded by the amenities like a 100-meter water slides, multiple restaurants, entertainment venues, mini golf, spa, gym, and theater. The deployments were also very popular, with at least 15 voyage schedules during that period and attractive promotional fares to entire passengers. For career opportunities at the sea, the first one is sea-based. There are wide range of career opportunities at the sea for those interested in maritime work. This includes position in the merchant navy such as deck officers, marine engineers, and ship captains, as well as roles in fishing, cruise ship hospitality, offshore oil and gas operations, and marine research. Sea-based careers often offer travel, adventure, and the chance to work in international environments, though they may also involve the long periods away from home. With the right training and certifications, individuals can build rewarding careers while working aboard ships, rigs, and other marine vessels. The next one is the land-based. There are also many land-based career opportunities related to the maritime industry. This includes roles in port and terminal operations, maritime logistics, shipbuilding and repair, maritime insurance, and maritime law. Additionally, professionals can work in maritime education and training, regulators agencies, and shipping company management. These careers support the global shipping industry from shore, ensuring that vessels operate safely, efficiently, and in compliance with international regulations. Land-based maritime roles offer stability and the chance to contribute to the vital infrastructure that keeps global trade and transport moving.
These are the examples to have a better future for cruise in the Philippines. For example, number 1, investment in cruise terminals. For example, Manila South Harbor Cruise Terminal. The other is inclusion in more Southeast Asia cruise itineraries. The third is local cruise startup. And the last one is the Green Cruise Initiatives.